Hey, Mike Kazza here on the science of conditioning. We're talking about the dynamic warm-up today. A lot of young athletes warm up inadequately, and I think that causes different types of injuries and athletes not to be as fast as they can be before they start their game or practice. So there's really two parts to our warm-up: dynamic flexibility and form running drills. The idea behind dynamic flexibility is we move when we play sports, so we should move when we stretch. The muscles lengthen and shorten continuously when we play sports, so we want to kind of add that dynamic to our stretching. One example of a stretch that we would do is a side step groin to a hip flexor stretch. We're going to stretch out the groin in the front of the hip. So we would take a side step, keeping the back leg straight. Again, I would hold the stretch anywhere from 1 to 3 seconds, and then I would just pivot and shift my hips into the hip flexor stretch. We would do that continuously over 15 yards, again, to warm up that hip flexor in the groin. But that's just an example of how we would make the stretching more movement oriented. Again, because that is specific to what happens in sports. The muscles are always lengthening and shortening quickly. The second part to our warm-up is form running drills. It's an opportunity to improve running efficiency. And I think a lot of young athletes see form running drills or just general warm-up drills as just like a checklist, a quick checklist just to warm up really quick, elevate their heart rate and their muscle temperature. And it's actually more of an opportunity, again, to learn how to run, to kind of tune in with the movements of their body so that they are more efficient, running in their sport, cutting in their sport, skating, I mean, whatever the case may be. So one of the drills that we would do is called a Z-skip, where we basically set the leg into a front side running position. What we're working on is the downward motion of the running stride. So we're just going to work on snapping that leg down and under, feeling coordination, again, just working on a specific motion. Through both parts of that warm-up, the stretching and the form running, we would do about 15 total exercises within both. Again, with the idea to reduce injury risks and to make athletes more responsive right at the start of their practice or game.